The final regular season Leafs talk. I'm JD Bunkis. He's Sam McKee. Subscribe to the podcast on Spotify or iTunes, wherever you get this sucker. And if you're watching this right now, do us a favor. Hit the thumbs up. Send out the good vibes, okay? Because I got to tell you, all right, you want to do the show as like professionals who do professional talks? Like you want to couch today? Or you want to just let it
professional. I am no professional. I am not. There is not a professional amongst our ranks right now.
Okay. Can we just agree to all the listeners? Because listen, there's some, Johnny come latelys in the chat right now. Some people that have just never watched the show before, and there's people that see the Sportsnet logo and they're like, "Here comes two professionals to professionalize this." And I would like to say that we've done some professional-ish shows, okay? As close as we can get. We've tried to couch the things. And I know, hey, listen, they're going to the playoffs and we got Borny and, he'll professionalize things up and we'll be more rational for this. But let's just agree that even though this is going to live forever on YouTube and even though this is going to live forever in the podcast feeds, that nobody brings up anything that we say after tonight. Because I got a lot of stuff I want to say because I'm nonplussed, brother. I did not enjoy this evening. In fact, this was kind of for a team that, is the Toronto Maple Leafs. I don't like this one. This one was a stinky poo-poo.
I got to tell you, buddy, good thing they're down in Florida. They're close to Disneyland because that was a Mickey Mouse third period, bud. That was them putting Matthews out there, them all feeding him the whole time.
That's fine.
No, it was horrible. That third period, the last two games, the way it was handled has been the most Mickey Mouse, out of the flow of the game, horrible, playing like a peewee hockey team, awful, that I've watched the Leafs play all year. They were dreadful again tonight, the whole game. Meaningless game, I get it, all that. It was meaningless for Tampa too. They came out there and got it done for their superstar, who gets his milestone in Matthews' eye. Mm-hmm. And you just got to watch the whole scenario tonight. There's so much bad about that, but it's just this 70 goal chase. I'm glad. I'm Keith now, bud. I'm glad it's over.
I'm glad it's over. This is not where I wanted to. I thought we were going to start.
I'm pissed off about
the airing of the grievances.
I had to listen to it for I don't know how long, about how he's going to get this 70 goals, and we're catering our whole season, in which is one of our most important seasons, to him getting 70 goals. Every single thing that matters, every question, everything, it's all about the 70 goals. And they put a my beer league goalie in net, and they can't get 70 goals. He gets 15 shots tonight. He's playing. They pull the goalie. They're down 6-3 at the end of the game. The whole thing to me just rubbed me the wrong way the entire time. And I'm sick he didn't get it. I'm just sick. I'm sick about the whole scenario.
I'm completely the opposite in terms of my gripes. I feel as though they needed to get it, and they should have gotten it. And if I'm going to start with my gripes, number one, John Tavares, what are you doing?
You're supposed to shoot it at his stick.
You're the
captain right there. Tip it, Matthews.
The captain of this hockey team. The captain of this hockey team. You wear the C, and you're on the power play, and the first thing you do is you drive the net with the puck.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's got one move, buddy. He's trying to take the net. Maybe Matthews cleans it up.
Yeah. Austin Matthews is chasing 70 goals, and John Tavares drives the net, trying to bury one for himself. You think he was going for a tip on that shot? That was ripped. That was him going, I want this in the back of the net. Yes, for old 91. I want this. Me. John Tavares, selfish.
Oh,
I hated it.
Our first cannot be held against us take tonight.
I said it. Our first cannot be held against us. I said it. Buddy, he scored that goal. I almost blacked out in anger. I couldn't believe it. He drove the net earlier in this power play, trying to shovel one in early. TJ Brody, you're whatever. TJ Brody never scored a goal in his life. That's his first goal ever. He flung a puck towards the net. He didn't even know that was possible for TJ Brody, okay? I felt miserable for him. John Tavares is a goal scorer. He's a stat chaser, and he went full into me goal scorer mode, and he ignored 34. And it's okay, man, you're the captain. Be a leader. Try to find the other guy. Try to make sure that 34 gets one. I don't mind them force feeding him the puck. 70 mattered, buddy. And this is my thing. Again, nothing counts past tonight. All right. This is full fan mode talk tonight. I hate the vibes going into the playoffs right now.
Awful.
Like, I hate them. They're deplorable. They tried to get 70. You just saw Kucherov get his. McDavid got his 100 apples. Everyone's talking about McKinnon for Hart. At least Pittsburgh missed the playoffs. Like, thank God Pittsburgh missed the playoffs. And we didn't have to deal with that whole, problem, that whole idea. But for Austin Matthews to sit on 69 for the final 2 games of the season, yes, 69 is historic. It's amazing. It's incredible. I'm going to look back on the season as one of the most, I can't believe it, things that's ever happened. But yeah, just the fact that they chased it, the fact that they missed it, the fact that it felt ugly, that they just had 2 horrific hockey games where then he doesn't even get it. And, the Leafs kind of end up looking a little embarrassed and the team plays sloppy. And, oh, God, it just sucked. It sucked.
It was a sideshow, man. It was a total sideshow. It took them right out of the rhythm of getting ready for the playoffs and everything. Like, it just did. It took them right out of the rhythm. They weren't playing hockey games. They were playing get Matthews to score 70. That's what the whole point. I don't care if
they do that.
I do.
Get it, though.
Be good going into the playoffs. Kill a penalty.
You wanted them forechecking and back checking with meaningless hockey games. Like, no, that wasn't going to happen. It was Shinny. It was all-star games.
Tampa did it.
Didn't.
Yeah,
you think Tampa played a good hockey game tonight?
They went up 6-1 and they stopped playing. They didn't stink. They were up 6-1.
No,
they were playing
doing
great.
The same
good
thing
players
on their power play.
Anyways,
every single guy was trying to make sure that Kucherov got his touch on the power play. And then Stamkos was ripping his shots. Everybody was ripping their shots, trying to make sure that the stat chaser got his stat.
It was in the rhythm of the game. He made a great pass to whoever put it in. Was it Point that scored the goal that he got it on? Yeah. It was in the rhythm of the game. I hated the way the season ended. I thought it was just a horrible way to end the season. They played like crap. They lost 4 in a row. They allowed 4 goals in 4 straight. Like, they were just really bad to end the year. And then you're going into the all-time vibes killer of playing Boston now, where it's like one of your historic rivals and the ghosts and all that. It's just, things could be better in Leafland, bud. And
totally.
I'm sick for Matthews because he really wanted it. The way I can tell that he really wanted it is because he's very close with his parents, and you just could see how locked in they were at the end of that game, where it was just that he was just like, Brian was sitting there like it was a playoff game. He was so locked in. So he obviously wanted it, but I just, you wish that puck trickles through Reimer's pads on Saturday night. You wish the one that he falls down to his knee, gets up and rips it by Tompkin, and it goes up and out. Here's the thing, man, 70 goals is hard. And I just, he didn't get it. And it's just, now, not only do you have the awful vibes of heading into the playoffs playing like crap, you don't even have the good vibes of him getting the 70. So,
okay. So this is where I'm at with it. I don't care about the way they played the last couple of games, because I just don't think it matters. Like, the Bruins through their last 2 games, as you said, like trying to get the Leafs, like, I don't think any of that stuff game to game matters. Like, I don't care about back checking and defensive principles. Like, they were chasing a stat. Here's what I do care about, though. This is a team that has been chokers. Like, they've tightened up when the moment has mattered. And this is whatever. Like, it's a milestone. But ultimately, it's like Nylander got close to his milestone and then went the final 11 games of the season without scoring a goal. Like, missed his. They needed Matthews to get to 70, and they fall just short, despite 2 games of just funneling the puck and trying to get it for him, and it doesn't happen. And I just can't help but feel like these guys, it's always, he gets his 14 shots. It's not a playoff game, but it obviously just reminds me a little bit of, well, we got our opportunities and, we got our chances.
They didn't fall.
It
got
didn't
good
fall
looks.
For us. And buddy, you know this. It just reminds me of Simpsons, what old Gil,
old Gil. Old Gil really needed that one. Look at this chance.
Like, that's the most old Gil. Look at how beautiful that play was. Yeah. He scores that 9 out of 10 times. And instead on this 10th time, he misses it by just, a fraction. And I like, again, nothing can be held against us. Nothing can be held against us. It's just, this is where you start to get spooked about things. This is where some of your fan trauma pops up, because you're like, man, can't they just get one? Can't they just have that big moment of relief? And instead they got to go into the locker room. You're right. And they're just like, oh, didn't get, hey, buddy, keep your head up. You didn't get 70. And now he's got to pretend like he doesn't care. And now they've got to like roll into like, oh God, it's just horrible, man. Give me the heebie-jeebies.
It is remarkably funny though that Ryan Reeves and TJ Brody both scored in this game.
And Holmberg.
Holmberg. Holmberg is a hockey player. He's a goal. Like he can score goals. He's got some hands.
Sure.
Like, what's he have? 10 goals in the year? Like
yeah.
This is Brody's first goal in 107 goals. Okay, well, not as much of a sniper.
No,
as
that's what I mean. Like,
give a little too much credit.
Gas up
But
Holmberg.
I mean, he's a little bit more of a goal scorer than Ryan Reeves and TJ Brody. TJ Brody's 111 games and he scores one tonight. Ryan Reeves fires one in low blocker on a one-timer. Like, the historic goal. He can't shoot one by not even Canada's starting goaltender from the Olympics with no NHLers.
Oh.
Like, it's just like, unbelievable.
How?
So I don't know. My phone has not stopped melting down from Nylander takes. And
yeah, I just muted.
I'm hoping that my people will remember that doesn't count. That doesn't count. Just like this, when he scores a big playoff goal, all the dorks getting into my message, being like, "See, he does care. See, he does care." But holy, that play.
Here's the thing. Yeah, it was awful. Here's the thing for all these guys, though. They all have now the opportunity to just completely shelve all this stuff. And like, if you're Matthews, you're looking at this and going, "Hey, man, I finished with 69 goals. It's an incredible accomplishment, something that still hasn't been done in 30 years with the even strength scoring. Like, I passed Ovechkin this year. My team is right here against the Boston Bruins team where their best center is Pavel Zacha. I better just steamroll these guys. Like, if I score 5 goals against the Boston Bruins, people are going to remember that more than what I would have done when I would have actually scored 70 against Tompkins in Tampa Bay in game 82. Trying as desperately as I can to finish it. Unless he would have scored that the toe drag and then then it would have been like actually the most famous goal of maybe
of all time.
Yeah, I was gonna say since Paul Henderson. It's that's the golden goal, Henderson, and that goal would have been the 3 most famous goals.
If that
in history.
Goes bar down, that is shown on every highlight reel until the end of time. Like truly number 1 goal. It's ridiculous, that play. Oh no, I know. I'm actually sad. Can you stop playing, Joe?
No, I know.
I'm Johnny fanboy tonight. I can't even watch that. It makes me sick.
When it happened, I wanted so badly to turn off my TV. Like, I just want to know who's here tonight, because all I wanted to do
haters
was that's true. The haters are out tonight. It's gotta be the haters or the people who are looking to transfer their anger at the Leafs to us, like the people who are like, say something dumb so I can be mad at you instead of my stupid hockey team that always makes me pissed off. I just wanted so badly when he missed that one, when he hit that crossbar, I just wanted to turn off my TV and go to bed and then wake up in the morning and predictably read the headline of Matthews sits on 69 as the Leafs look forward to the Bruins matchup. Like, nightmare stuff.
Yeah, so it's just, I can't believe that puck didn't go in the net. But you
know what I'm saying about like the vibe of the like it's choky stuff. Like, like it's the choky vibe. It's got the same thing. Yeah,
buddy. I'm well aware of the vibe. You could say that I have a doctorate in this vibe. In fact, I know it quite well. So we can talk about it more once we actually start into the playoffs here or whatever. But like, do you think they're going to flip a switch? Like, you really do think that losing 4 in a row, that doesn't have an effect? Like, they're going to go in. I know the Bruins went in a little cold too, but you think game 1 Saturday night that, it's the flip will be switched and we're back to them competing hard. Obviously.
Yeah. So here's what I think. The compete level, I'm not worried about that whatsoever. These guys know the stakes. These guys have been there before. We saw it last year in the postseason against Tampa. Like, I think that they are going to show up, and that is not going to be an issue. Like, no one's going to be like, wow, that guy dogged it in the postseason like we just saw in the last 4 games.
Yeah. And
I don't think that those bad habits are now suddenly going to reset them and screw them up in any way. My major concerns are that they're banged up. Like, they've got a lot of guys where I'm going, wait, how much of this was actually preventative versus how much of this is like, what's up with Domi? Because, by the way, that's my other hot take is if Domi plays, Matthews gets it. And he goes 100%. To Marner, and Marner, gets some of the blame.
Is Domi a better passer than Marner? I think he is.
Embrace debate.
It cannot be held accountable, but I'm saying it. I think he's a better passer.
Listen, I can't be held accountable for it either, but yeah, do I feel like trauma when I'm watching Matthews and Marner play together and they're not succeeding in the moments I want them to, and wishing that the king of the vibes, Max Domi, was here? If I was Max Domi, I'd be like sitting out these games thinking about what kind of luxury cars I want to buy on the Leafs time.
With my millions of dollars.
Yeah, he's looking at the new liberal tax plan being like, okay, so how much money am I going to need to be uber rich? That's what Max Domi needs to be doing. He's talking with the financial advisor on exactly what he needs right now. Like, yeah, of course, TJ Brody, and if he preferred the assist over a goal, 100%. Like, who even asked him that question? Who had the guts to ask TJ Brody that in the dressing room?
Maybe. But, I mean, TJ Brody speaking? This is a canon event. We need to cut to that.
Dude, I love that. TJ Brody never speaks. He scored a goal tonight, and he's got to like step to the podium as though he got caught in like a scandal. Like he's Tiger Woods. It's like he's got his prepared statement. I would 100% wish it would have been an assist. Poor TJ Brody. Like the guy has been the whipping boy all season long, and then he scores a goal, and it's like, you idiot!
How could you? Remember my favorite take? TJ Brody hates hockey. He never plays on his right side, never gets to score a goal. And then the one time he gets to score a goal, TJ gets his taste. He finally gets his goal. And everyone's like, you're the worst. How could you score? Loser.
Yeah, the entire building is dead quiet, and Matthews won't even look you in the eyes because everybody knows what you did. Poor TJ Brody, man. You're right. He does hate hockey. He cannot wait to retire. He's just like, God, I need this to be over with. Anyway, yeah, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried that they're banged up. I'm worried that their goaltending hasn't looked sharp. And I'm worried about, frankly, the power play. Because, yeah, all right, Marner had the one that he threw off of Tavares' stick, and they've had a couple down the stretch, but that's the one area you would have liked to see reps and have them feel like they were going in with confidence. And so to me, it's like, that's the thing that 70 represented. It was like, hey man, you were going to get over the hump with something. Like it was another mental checkbox of like, hey, you guys can actually do the thing rather than you don't do the thing. And the power play wasn't clicking. They're banged up and the goaltending hasn't been sharp. So those are like the Boston Bruins have them in a mental vice. But other than those things,
feeling great.
Other than those 5 critical
massive things. Well,
I mean, pretty good.
Talk about the power play, and you talk about the circus. Every power play. Yeah. The only thing they tried to do. They didn't work on the power play. They were just trying to feed it over to the right half boards to try to get it on a 34 stick. That's all the entire objective was of every power play. So
that's what I'm most critical.
That's probably not great. That's probably not great working on that going into playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I'm most critical of when it comes to like the chase for 70. Like I don't care that guys were feeding him the puck again. Like other than Tavares, who was like every time the puck was on his stick, he's like, "Whoa, I gotta get it. I gotta get it in the net. I gotta get mine. I gotta get mine, baby. I gotta score my goals." But
boys who love cookies, man. It's just he is who he is. He's narrow. Is what he is.
He's the cookie monster. He wanted when he drove the net. Like I texted, like my phone exploded. Anyway, whatever. I'm just gonna stop drilling Tavares. Right? It's just like, come on, man, please, for the love of God, please just try one time to think about not your goals. Yeah, I'm not worried about the effort, the structure. I think they're gonna come out, and if anything, like. We're going to do 2 days of previews on our pod, so maybe we'll keep this one shorter, but the way that I'm feeling right now. So subscribe to the JD Bunkis podcast. I got Myrtle tomorrow. I got Claude Julien coming up. I got a bunch of different stuff.
Julien's awesome. Have you talked to him before?
No, I've never had him on the pod.
Oh, you'll love him. He's super thoughtful guy. He's a really, really good interview. You'll love him. Watches. He's up to date. He's in
that's it. It's like that's what I want. That's what I want. And so there's going to be plenty of time for preview stuff, but I will say this, like, this is the most I can prove that I am still a true Leaf fan and I haven't lost the passion. Is like, I'm so pissed off right now. I'm so disappointed. I'm down in the dumps. And then yet deep down, I think that the Bruins suck and they're going to kick their teeth and the Leafs are going to win.
Haven't got there yet. Need a couple days.
Deep down,
listen,
I believe it.
I have a hard time believing that. I feel like deep down you believe it, but then deeper down underneath that fake part of yourself where you're telling you believe it, lies the true feelings where you're like, they're not beating this team.
I'm telling you, I feel like they're better than this team. What I do believe is that I'm terrified of what we saw tonight, which is, the Leafs needing their stars to show up and score goals. Yeah. And then it's like crossbars and almosts and what ifs and maybes and Marner feeling like not in a groove and Nylander not feeling a groove and Matthews feeling snake bit and Tavares feeling a step slow. And that's why, to me, like one of the big critical components of this that I really do believe is going to ease the psychological burden on the core four guys is can Bertuzzi and Domi and Nyes, and if McMahon can get healthy, like can those secondary guys actually provide offense and actually dominate their shifts? Because if they do that, then I just think that it's going to make the core four guys go, oh, wait, this is actually different. We're not pressing every single shift the way that they were pressing for these Matthews goals. And so like, that's why I do feel it is going to be different, or why I think they have the advantage is I believe in the other guys and the effect that they might have on the core four, rather than the core four needing to be the ones that like lead by example and then everybody else falls in line. And when things get tight, it's only them that can do it.
Positive note, thought the fourth line was pretty good tonight. They actually had a little bit of jump tonight. Got a goal. They were throwing their weight around a little bit, playing in the offensive zone. Thought they had a little bit of jump. Yeah. My other positive, the Tampa Bay Lightning have to rebrand to just have those be their jerseys. Those jerseys are so much nicer than their normal ones. And they're not like looking like the Leafs, the weirdo Florida Leafs. That black with the shadowed letter on the back with like the blue and white. It's a beautiful jersey. The logo could use a little bit of a tweak to me, but to me, those jerseys should be their primary ones. I don't know what you do with the white one or what you do with the other one, but man, that jersey looks really good with the matte black helmets. It's a good look for them. I think they should probably consider rebranding to that full time. It's a good look. I know, but that doesn't look as good there. It looks way better on ice than it does in that weird photo of those three guys. But yeah.
Is there a player like I know I'm a little bit more of a Marchand defender. Like I respect his game more. Like I don't think there's a guy that I like sports hate more than Kucherov in the NHL. Like he just draws like he's killed the Leafs before. He's supremely talented. He's won a cup. He's getting more votes. Like I wish Matthews' team sucked more, I guess, because then Matthews would get more like heart votes. Like, Kucherov gets it because the rest of his team isn't as good. Okay, fine. Yeah. When he got that 100 assist, I was sour about it too. Sick. I was like, damn it. Didn't want him to get it at all.
He's the perfect heel because not only is he excellent at hockey, elite, like one of the best of this generation, no question, will go down as one of the, like a great player in the history of the game.
Most skilled after McDavid.
He's amazing. Like the way he fakes the shot and does the pass and fakes the pass and does the shot stuff it's just so hard to read. But he also has the total a-hole aspect of him where he's a dirtbag, loves to be greasy, hits guys from like, you see him hammer Gio straight from behind tonight. Like, no, it was a complete no-hitter, and he just buries them from behind right into the boards. He's just a animal. I can't stand him. He's greasy. See him walking into the building. I'm like, holy hell. Like he just, the shirt undone, like looks like he's wearing pajamas. I'm like, oh my God, this guy truly, all he cares about is owning the Leafs and playing great hockey. And he just goes and does it. So
is it him or Marchand for you, or is it someone else?
That's a good question. I think if I really had to, if you gun in my head, I had to choose between the two of them, I'd say Kucherov for sure.
Same.
I would.
The thing is though, that this answer is
Kucherov just way better. Kucherov's just way better. And you're just way more better. Scared of him.
Yeah, exactly. He has the element of like, you're just constantly living in fear of him, terrified that he's going to do something disgusting. And as big of like or as good of a player Marchand is, it's like, it's different worlds in terms of skill and like where they're at in their careers, right? Like one guy led the league in points. The other guy did not, like even close.
You know who's sneaky high on my list of guys? And he plays the Lightning as well, is Nick Paul. Nick Paul.
No, I hate Nick Paul too.
Can't stand him. him. The sight of his face makes me physically ill. I can't stand Nick Paul.
Sends to Lightning is a tough combo for me to like.
Yeah. Absolutely. So yeah,
especially since Sens fans were all like gleeful that when he went there and he was scoring big goals against the Leafs, they were like, "This is basically us." I was like, "No, you losers don't get
when
this."
Bruins fans had a parade for Ray Bourque when he won the cup with the Avs. That's very similar.
That's Sens, except for it's Nick Paul.
So before we go, because I don't have anything left on that dog of a hockey game. The last,
I got it all out.
I feel better. I feel so much better now.
Me too.
I will say that in the playoffs, when this ends, whenever it ends, be it after the first round or after the final, whenever it's going to end, I just want to say that it'll be a lot more passionate then and maybe a little less clear-headed whenever it ends. But now, thank you for being there, everybody. Like, it's 82 games. We tried. I think we got most of it except of Christmas and a couple here and there, but we did most of them, you and I, or at least one of us. Mm-hmm. And I truly love doing this. And I can't believe I get to do this. I love all the fans. I love everybody that comes and tells me they love the show. And it's really blows me away how much support the show gets. I love everybody that listens, and I appreciate it all. And I love doing it. So thank you. Thanks everybody who does other stuff behind the scenes. Jobo, Mike Jose, show. Who else am I forgetting? Please say my sis. Everybody, I thank you. I love doing this. I can't wait to do the big ones starting this week.
Luke, Squadron.
Luke. I was
going to say, how could you?
Yeah, sorry, Luke. Love you, bud. You know,
I was going to say you forgot Luke. Like our favorite guy, the sweetest boy.
I know. Luke is actually the number one guy.
Literally our number one guy.
Sorry, Joe. I will say you are my favorite, Luke. So does that help?
Yeah, Luke is obviously the favorite. He's the favorite son. That's why he gets neglected. It's just like he's there, he's all reliable.
I take it for granted.
Yeah, no, listen, everybody that works on the show, obviously we appreciate you. But yeah, the show continues. Like, Leafs talk is happening into the playoffs. Sure. So I'm not getting weepy about any of these things. And I am very, very, very grateful for it as well. But I'm especially grateful for the people that, leave the thumbs up and subscribe on the podcast.
Oh, here we go.
Reviews. And those people, like, I actually do care about, but it's like the grifters that just watch and the haters in the comments, like, you can shove. Like, I don't really care what you do. Like, thanks for watching, I guess. It's the true blues. It's the subscribers. It's the people that stop us. Yes, at Jay's games and stuff, and say, not to brag, but I am on TV every day, and I get stopped a lot, but it's mostly by people that watch Real Kipper and Born. Yeah. I get stopped a lot. Like, I want to every bar in Ontario from 5 to 6 with no sound. That is my role. I sit up there with my face, and I get stopped. They're like, "Oh, you're from Real Kipper and Born." But the ones that really feel good is when they say, "Oh, I love Leafs talk." And the team we were playing last night, Zigzags, whole team Leaf talk listeners. They love Leafs talk. We beat the absolute brakes off them. So enjoy that one, Canadians. I know that one felt good. We killed you. That is
but
good.
They love Leafs talk, and they stopped and they said thanks.
You guys should have focused and pick your you
guys
should actually
crushed them.
Not being such little star gluckers and being so happy with like watching Sammy. Anyway, all right, let's run. We're gonna see you in the playoffs with Borny after every single game. We'll see you Saturday night.
Let's go.
Late. Playoffs. All right, time for